In the heart of Japanese legend lies the powerful Kusanagi no Tsurugi, a sword enveloped in myth and shrouded in mystery. As one of Japan's 3 treasured Imperial Regalia, the Kusanagi no Tsurugi symbolizes the legitimacy of the Japanese Imperial line and plays a significant role in Japanese mythology. Despite being a symbol of courage and valor, this enigmatic weapon has been hidden from the world since the 12th century, giving rise to rumors that it may have been lost. Its divine nature and adherence to ancient Shinto traditions dictate that it remains concealed, revealed only for the most sacred ceremonies. Once called the Heavenly Sword of the Gathering Clouds, the sword later earned the nickname Kusanagi no Tsurugi, or grass-cutting sword. Legends surrounding the blade have been passed down through generations, securing its place in Japanese folklore. As World War II neared its end in 1945, the Japanese Imperial family, fearing the sword's capture by Allied forces, concealed it in a secret location. While many have speculated on the sword's whereabouts, no location has ever been confirmed. Some believe the ancient Ashita shrine in Nagoya has housed the Kusanagi no Tsurugi for centuries. Historical records suggest that the shrine, perhaps due to the sword's presence, became a focal point during the 14th century power struggles in Japan. As factions from northern and southern Japan battled for supremacy, both proclaimed emperors sought to possess the legendary sword. One of the few individuals who ever claimed to see it was the Shinto priest Matsuoka Masanao, believed to have lived in the 17th century. His translated account describes the sword as follows, quote, "A stone box was inside a wooden box of length 150 centimeters, with red clay stuffed into the gap between them. Inside the stone box was a hollowed log of a camphor tree, acting as another box, with an interior lined with gold. Above that was placed a sword." Of the relic itself, Masanao said, quote, "The sword was about 82 centimeters long. Its blade resembled a calamus leaf. The middle of the sword had a thickness from the grip about 18 centimeters, with an appearance like a fish spine. The sword was fashioned in a white metallic color and well maintained." For revealing such sensitive information and violating Shinto tradition, Matsuoka Masanao faced banishment from the empire. History tells us that a handful of other priests who claimed to have glimpsed the sword met their end through mysterious diseases, further contributing to its enigmatic legacy. But where did the sword come from, and where is it now? Mythical Origins. Japanese folklore, passed down through generations, has long alluded to the creation or discovery of the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, associating it with epic tales of dragons, mystical godlike power, and mighty warriors. There are many variations of these legends, but one of the most popular tells the tale of Susanoo, god of storms and sea, who clashed with his sister Amaterasu, goddess of the sun. Susanoo, who is said to have had a bad temper, went on a furious rampage one day, destroying rice paddies and trees, culminating in the death of one of Amaterasu's followers. As punishment for his behavior, Susanoo is banished from heaven. Upon descending to Earth, Susanoo encounters an elderly couple and their daughter, all of whom are weeping. When Susanoo inquires why, he learned that a vicious, 8-headed, 8-tailed serpent creature named Tamata no Orochi would devour one of the couple's daughters each year. The couple, desperate to save their last daughter, implores Susanoo for help. Moved by their plight, Susanoo transforms the girl into a comb and secures her in his hair for safekeeping. He then confronts the dreaded serpent, employing cunning and deception to outwit the creature. He lures Tamata no Orochi into a drunken stupor, using vats of rice wine spiked with special herbs strategically placed behind 8 gated traps, one for each of the creature's heads. With the serpent ensnared, Susanoo severs its heads and tails, discovering the legendary Kusanagi no Tsurugi sword hidden within the 4th tail. Triumphant, Susanoo returns the daughter and presents the sword to his sister Amaterasu, a testament to his victory over the serpent. Redeemed by his actions, Susanoo earns his place back among the gods. The tale of Kusanagi no Tsurugi continues to resonate through the ages as a symbol of cunning and divine power. Grass-cutting sword. The Japanese Imperial family was once considered to be direct descendants of the gods, explaining how the Kusanagi no Tsurugi sword came to be in their possession. Though unsure of its true origin, historians generally accept that the sword was passed down through generations of the imperial family, who used it ritually when enthroning emperors and in other sacred ceremonies. Regardless of how it was created, mythological sources converge on the story of the sword being gifted to Yamato Takeru, a legendary warrior prince and son of the 12th Japanese emperor, who lived between the 1st and 2nd centuries. Yamato Takeru gained fame through a cunning victory, in which he disguised himself as a maidservant to catch his enemies off guard during a party. The ancient texts of the Kojiki and Nihon Shoki, dating back to 711 AD, chronicle Yamato Takeru's adventures. On a mission from his father to quell rebellious tribes in the eastern regions, Yamato Takeru visited the shrine of Ise to pay homage to the sun goddess Amaterasu. There he encountered his aunt, the high priestess Yamato Hime, who presented him with the Kusanagi no Tsurugi. The sword proved invaluable to Yamato Takeru during his adventures. In one famous story, he was trapped by an enemy in a burning field of grass. Yamato Takeru used the Kusanagi no Tsurugi to cut down the grass and create a fire break, saving his life and allowing him to defeat his enemies. From then on, the sword was known as the grass-cutting sword because of this legendary feat. Though he conquered these unruly forces, his arrogance led him to insult the goddess of Mount Ibuki. Consequently, his army suffered a series of divine calamities at her hand, including disease which inflicted Yamato Takeru himself. Ultimately, Yamato Takeru met his demise in an ambush, debilitated by illness and without the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, which he had left at home with his wife. The sword was subsequently enshrined at his wife's residence before being relocated to Atsuta Shrine. The Imperial Regalia. Kusanagi no Tsurugi is one of the 3 Imperial Regalia of Japan, also known as the 3 Sacred Treasures, which consist of the sword, a mirror, and a jewel. While each is an essential component of the most traditional and intricate Shinto ceremonies, all 3 remain shrouded in secrecy. The second of the 3 regalia, a mirror named Yata no Kagami, which means 8-sided mirror, is believed to be more than 1,000 years old and is considered by academics to be the most precious of the 3 regalia. Its connections with Japanese folklore run deep, owing to the popular belief that mirrors have divine, truth-revealing powers. Believed to be made from a highly polished bronze or copper, the mirror is said to have been offered by the sun goddess to Jimmu, the first emperor of Japan. As such, it represents honesty and wisdom, and serves as a symbol of the emperor's divine right to rule Japan. Unlike the sword, the mirror has a known location. It's been kept in the imperial palace since the 9th century. The third of the regalia, a jewel known as Yasakani no Magatama, is a large curved bead made from green jade that is said to have once been worn on a necklace by the goddess of merriment. It's believed, even by skeptics, to potentially be the only one of the 3 regalia that may still be authentic. As the mirror was given to the first emperor by the sun goddess, the jewel was given to him by the sea goddess to represent sincerity, good fortune, and longevity. It's also said to ward away evil. In the Tale of the Heike, a 12th century Japanese epic, the story of the Japanese Imperial Regalia is recounted amidst the broader context of the Genpei War. According to the tale, the child emperor Antoku, a member of the Taira clan, was in possession of the Imperial Regalia during the final battle of the Genpei War in 1185. As the Taira faced defeat at the hands of the rival Minamoto clan during the naval battle of Dan Noura, the emperor's grandmother, Taira no Tokiko, decided to prevent the regalia from falling into enemy hands. In a dramatic and tragic moment, she took Emperor Antoku and the sacred sword and jewel in her arms, and together they jumped into the sea, drowning themselves. The mirror, however, was left behind and later recovered by the victorious Minamoto. Although the tale claims that the sword and jewel were lost at sea, it's believed that they were actually recovered by the Minamoto clan and returned to the imperial family. Still, others suggest the sword was lost and replaced with a copy. most recent appearance. In 2019, the world witnessed a historic moment as Emperor Naruhito ascended to Japan's chrysanthemum throne. The sacred Imperial Regalia, including the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, played a crucial role in the ceremony. However, the items remained concealed in wrapped packages, leading to speculation that the originals were hidden for safekeeping, while replicas took their place. The exact whereabouts of the Kusanagi no Tsurugi remain unconfirmed, fueling theories that it may have been lost, stolen, or replaced with a copy. Consequently, assessing the artifact's condition has proven impossible. Rumors persist that the sword was indeed lost at sea in the 12th century, while others argue that the imperial family has safeguarded the original in storage, and that the lost sword was a mere replica. Still, tales of the sword's magical abilities and divine origins continue to captivate, though modern Japan largely views it as a symbolic relic, akin to Britain's crown jewels. Although the sword's true origins are uncertain, scholars generally agree that a sword named Kusanagi no Tsurugi exists in modern-day Japan. However, its authenticity remains a hotly debated topic. As centuries pass, it's unclear whether the sword will ever re-emerge. Despite the enigmatic nature of the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, it endures as a potent cultural symbol in Japan, permeating popular culture through literature, cinema, and beyond. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of the past? Subscribe now to Dark Five's brand new Ancient Mysteries channel and embark on a journey to uncover the most enigmatic and awe-inspiring mysteries of ancient times. Leave a comment if there are any ancient mysteries you want us to explore.